Hey there neighbors, welcome to Wild Homestead Living. I'm Julie.
And I'm Kevin, and today we bring you part 2 of our visit to Alderleaf Wilderness College. In this video, co-founder Jason talks about their approach to sustainability on the property using permaculture principles.
If you like this kind of thing, we'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and sign up for our newsletter at wildhomesteadliving.com. We send exclusive offers and stories to our community that way.
Let's get started.
I'm Jason, co-founder of Alderleaf Wilderness College. Alderleaf's an outdoor school where we focus on wilderness survival and sustainable living skills, which we call permaculture. I like to think that it's a unique integration of those different skills in that if you love nature, it makes sense that you'll want to live in a way that has a small ecological footprint. And vice versa, if you love, growing your own food and harvesting rainwater and all these, sustainable living skills, it makes sense to learn about nature because that will make you better at doing permaculture. So I feel like the wilderness skills and the sustainable living skills mesh together really, really well.
I remember visiting here shortly with you after you bought this property, and it looked very different than it does now. It looked more like a kind of typical rural or suburban, mostly lawn with a couple buildings on it and then some woods. And I'm wondering if you can talk about your vision for this place and how you've created what we see today.
We found this property in 2008 because we knew 2006 and 2007 we were doing mostly weekend classes, but we knew September 2008 we were going to be starting our first class of students in a 9-month program. So we needed a classroom that we could be in week and week out. We right away started observing the land and nature on this property, and we put together a permaculture plan. So, looking at how water moves through the property, where the sun sectors are, we did soil tests, observing how the wildlife uses the property, what native plants are here. And so we came up with that first plan of how we want to change things in a permacultural way, meaning like what are some of the major earthworks projects, structures, big picture, where the gardens are going, where the nut trees and fruit trees are going, and where livestock would go. And so we took that slow approach of observing a lot for that first year, and then slowly starting to implement, and then doing our earthworks like after we had been here for a year. And so that way, when we did the earthworks, we know we're solving our problems by creating new opportunities. Over time, we've put in gardens everywhere, food forests, fruit trees, nut trees. We've got a rotational paddock system with sheep. We've got a cob oven, a root cellar, a bamboo patch, archery range. We'd converted the garage into a classroom space and library. So I just was thinking about some other resources that might be helpful for folks. So the permaculture teacher that we've been working with a lot over the last, 8 or 10 years is a fellow named Dave Bainline. And he has a really great book that he co-authored with Jesse Bloom called Practical Permaculture. So if anyone wants to get started with permaculture, with sustainable living skills, the book they put together, Practical Permaculture, is really great because a lot of permaculture books are decades old, and this book is up to date with like the latest information, lots of color photography, lots of color graphics. It really explains sustainable living skills like setting up your food production systems, your water catchment, your alternative building techniques, your alternative energy, basically how to put everything together, all the components of a sustainable homestead together in a sensible way, working with nature. That book does a fantastic job of getting folks started with that.
You're in this amazing place and you're doing amazing things in the world. And our neighbors, the people who are watching this video, can be part of this too. I'm wondering, can you tell us more about how people can learn more about what you're doing and what opportunities you have for people to engage with Alderleaf?
So we've got a website which is wildernesscollege.com. It's Alderleaf's website. And I believe we're well over 400 pages on the website now. And most of that material is how-to articles. We've got an online survival class that you can do from anywhere in the world. And then of course, if you're local here in the Northwest, or if you want to fly out, we've got weekend classes throughout the year on all kinds of the different topics. We've got mushroom foraging classes in the fall. We've got permaculture classes a few times a year. We've got survival classes like every other month. We've got specialty classes. like stone tool making and flint knapping, bow making. They're all on the website, like I said, wildernesscollege.com.
It's been great to know you and your family and see you thrive in this place, and I'm so thankful that you're letting us share it with the world.
Oh, cool. Thanks. And thanks for coming out. I'm glad that you're able to come out and share this place with others as well. That's always our hope, is that the things that we're doing here will be useful and beneficial to others as well. So hopefully through today's tour, folks have gotten some new ideas or perspectives that they can then run with at their own place or down the road, and that serves to inspire others.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Okay. I wonder if it's picking up on the video.
It's absolutely picking
I
up.
wonder if they're ever going to stop. Okay. Move to the country, they said. Be peaceful and quiet.
3, 2, 1. It would have been interrupted anyway.
That one's louder than anything else so far.
It is. Okay.
Hey there, neighbors. Welcome to Wild Homestead Living.
Welcome to Industrial Park Homestead Living.